It's that damn Dear Liza song that's got me. I gotta unprogram that song. There's a hole in the bucket. Who's been cursed by that song? Who's been cursed by those words? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'm breaking curses today. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Stop it. I'm breaking curses today. The curse that you can't speak your mind, that you can't confess what happened to you, that you have to wait on some freaking time capsule to find out who did what, when, where, why. No. Zero. Today is the day. Every day is the day. Now is the time. Stop crying about, we keep saying spilled milk. Spilled milk is your mama dying. Okay? That's my mama talking to me. I don't know why, my accent changed. Because I was country in another life. I've been called a city girl. I've been called a country girl. Before you know it, I don't know where I want to be. All right, so reclaiming myself on this newborn day, which is every day, but I get a big one. I get a holy day, which is my birthday, the 9th. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is purging and releasing this old person that never was, but was born in the image of my dear son. What is my son? My son is my mother. It's that person that shined in my face first. When you crawled towards the tunnel, when she pushed you out of her garden. Okay? And some of y'all need to push things out of the garage. I look around to find out, what is it that my house is trying to say? Maybe this isn't the house that Jack built. Maybe this is the house. Maybe this is kingdom building. Huh? Yeah? Maybe this is the Titanic that shall not be sunk, not because of arrogance, but decided to get it on dry land. Dry it out first. See how people are going to act. Know your crew. Know whom you labor among. Is there a laborer among us? We got fearmongers, whoremongers. Is there a laborer? Somebody who's willing to go to bat for heaven's sake. For Pete's sake. For Ank's sake. So, that being said, hello everyone. I'm about to go live again some more until I can execute this in the way that feels right. And I'm working on it. But first of all, giving honor to my mama, EJJ, the irk and the jerk. First foremost to her mama, Alice. Okay? She was all ice. Frozen in time. To create this rhyme. Alice Angeline, I heard it called. Angeline, 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 Angeli. Angeli Jolie. Angeline. I can bring home the bacon fried up in a pan. Never, never, ever, ever, ever let you forget you a man. Because I'm Angeline. My name precedes me, okay? My reputation succeeds me. My magic has gotten so real and so golden and so top notch, so nicky, nicky. Okay, so niche. You stick a pin in it, see if it comes out clean. You poke it to see if it's alive. Pinch yourself every now and then. Give yourself an instantaneous, Jesus is here. Are you busy? What are you going to say? The fireman's here. What are you going to say? The insurance adjuster is here. Why are they here? Okay. Death angel is here. What do you say? They said, death angel's nice. How about that? People say, oh, they suddenly dropped dead. Oh, suddenly to you? Not necessarily to them. Hello, I hear y'all. The grasshoppers, I got some good amens from the grasshoppers. the birds, the trees, the black-eyed peas. And I'm starving. I am starving, marving. Okay? I am marveling at the serendipity, the Sarah dips. Okay? Dipping in the pool to cleanse your mind. To think that the whole world is all about me. That's beautiful. That I don't know what else to say. It's my birthday. Every day I found eternal life through a crystal clear attitude and motif. I didn't like when somebody said it, though. That, it's like, you got all the time in the world. I said, I don't say it like that. That brings on a sense of lackadaisical. Oh, I can quit anytime. Or I can start anytime. No, there's somewhere I want to be. I didn't want to talk about nobody, put no names out there. But because it's like my life has already spoken itself. All I'm doing is explaining. All I'm doing is giving a book report, a book review. And where, what subjects I decided to make my mark. And I haven't as much touched. I've talked about it, but I haven't touched very deeply because it's so invasive. It's so dear and near to all of our hearts. The big C. Cancer, Christ, whatever, Christmas. And we've turned literal into physical. We are the literature. We are the walking, living, breathing epistles, shooting our mouth, shooting our guns, whatever they are, however it reverberates. Said it like that because somebody was coming at me. I can look around. You're going to know who I am before it's all over. Someone told me one day, from your lips to God's ears. And it was just, without missing a beat in my mind, it was like, I know. And I know that means that I must suffer many things because you all love to play darkness. You love to play narc. You love to play on narcotics. Love to play the narcissist. Love to play Nancy. And I got tired of it. Let's call that boss hog. H-O-G backwards. H-O-G spells a red hot tamale. When you get close to figuring out who you are, you've got to swallow and eat all the other antidotes. You have to go to the snake pit. You have to deal with your demonstrations, your demons, the things that you had done and not done. I remember, again, just acting out. I was just being me, being guided by Jesus. And I remember I went through my daughter's toy box. Went to church. I was speaking that night, Bible study. BS. And I did a demonstration that should have been, filmed before heaven's throne. And it was, and it is. It's in my mind's eye, if nothing else. They'll crack me open. They'll see. Y'all can read minds. Y'all can show it on the silver screen. I got it gold. I got it platinum. I got it straight from reality. If paper is 1D, one dimension, if standing it up is 2 dimensions, and then you can put it in, some kind of origami shape, it becomes 3 dimension, and then at that point, it's on the same plane and level as you can see your visible self. But what about 4? What about 5th dimension? What about 13th dimension? What about the 83rd to the 7th power dimension? We call it dementia because the person is already planning them a new home. Jesus said, I'm going to go prepare a place, okay? And if it weren't so, if I weren't going to go astroplaning, I would have told you. I would have told you I'm not going to go astroplaning. But since I did not tell you that, since I did not specifically say that, because there are things that people decide to not tell you. And we know this, but it hasn't come from my voice, my black woman's voice, in a way that I know it's going to be heard around the world and translated, etc., etc., etc. Cha 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 cha. I was like, where do you start your I am speech? Your mother may I speech? Is it time for me to take my crown, stand my ground? It's like the whole world's looking for me, not at me, because I'm not under the, well, I am under the cover too. It's like I'm a reagent. I'm a regency. Again, it's a word. And if it's a word, it's a thing. It came from a thought. What's a thought? That hole over there. Or thoth with an H. That hole over there with a house. That hole over there with a home. A chair is still a chair, but if nobody's sitting there, it's waiting for something, someone. Who can sit in that place? Who can sit in that holy place? Mama said, he that has clean hands, if your hands is clean and if you got a pure heart, you can sit in my seat. That's what mama say. Mama saw. But if you nasty, if you don't know how to wear gloves on all indications and levels, you are trying, you trying God. You're practicing your godness. How far can you go? Death row? What a brother know. Men, I don't believe I said it like that. I do, but come on. I'm a mess. I mean, let me give myself, I'm in 12 minutes. How far? I'm going to give myself the master number 22. They left that out there. That's a piece of table that I actually picked up from a dumpster. That's one of my biggest peeves. I wanted to start off in a really good space. Take out the papers and the trash. Well, take them where? I was listening to one of my other Starship Command notes, journals to Sector 9. Don't send nobody else down here till we get it right. Ain't no need to see no Jesus in the sky until me, Val, third person, until I can make it plain what it is that I'm after. I'm after a cleanup crew. I'm after a cleanup crew. I'm after a nation that's willing to put trash cans and dumpsters and incinerators. I guess we need an incentive to save ourselves. So you know how you can keep your all your cartons, for the most part, out of the parking lot. You do an Aldi number. You have to give a quarter to get a basket. We'll give you your deposit back. We'll give you your quarter back if you bring back our basket. Do you know how orderly that makes black folk? Just a quarter. I remember the story of Tim Robbins talking about the man who asked for a quarter. And he was very amazed, I don't know, shocked, chagrined about the fact that that's all he said he wanted. And that's another one of my dichotomies, challenges, contradictions in my belief system. Daddy said, want all you take. Take all you want. Want all you can take. And I took it in whatever. I take that as Take as much as you can handle. Well, how do you know how much you can handle until you take it? And then when you say, I can't take it no more, it's like, well, then give it up. How do I give it up? How do I give it away? But then you're a responsible person. And you realize that what you give, you get back some 30, some 60, some 100-fold. And before you know it, you wonder, what have I been giving? What have I listened to? What program is running in my head? Give until it hurts. Why would someone say that? And I have to repeat it. So you'll know what I'm talking about. And then there will come a day where I don't have to explain it, because I hated explaining it. I hated it. Because I knew at that point my tongue was being used at least for the word's sake. Like the people that give the bad examples. So I steer away from it. But it is the world, it is the hero's story. It's the hero's journey of coming back home. The prodigal son. That's the man's journey. The woman's journey is resurrecting herself. His is pride. I ain't gonna eat that. It ain't good. It don't taste good. That ain't my mama's cooking. I'll go back home. Now, I do know that's where he got caught up at. And they said he joined himself with a citizen of another country. So you do know that says that he had married outside of the, quote, race. End quote. Culture. That food was not, that swine was not going to set well on his stomach, whether it was how she cooked it, whatever. Whoever he joined himself with. A citizen of another country. I'm country. Call me 911V or whatever, you know. I just made that up, so I know it means something. The victory after the Twin Towers. The victory after you open your legs. And you can do a SS. You can do a SS Minnow. A Sharon Stone movement. It was dark. I couldn't see. I don't know if she was wearing panties or not. I don't know. I didn't study. I didn't study it. But it got around. Word got around. And you saw people in the, the interviewers. Those are the close watchers. We're all watchers, but those, freaky deeks. One-way mirror people. Y'all freaky deeks. Just being honest. Being honest. She opened her legs just briefly. Briefly. Look. Let me air out my lady balls. Look at the sun coming out, shining on me. Shine on me. Shine on me. Let me be greasy. I believe fat meat greasy, but I don't mind squeezing it anyway. Here's a quick old joke revisited. What kind of oil do you get when you squeeze an olive? Everyone in unison. 1, 2, 3. Olive oil. What kind of oil and some of y'all might have heard this one before. We'll stay with it. Olive oil. Damn, the nuke. So here's a twist. What do you get when you squeeze a boy? A boil. Boy oil. Boy oil. I don't want no boils. I choose not to have any boys in that sense. So I had to have angels. You know what comes in the opposition of angels? Y'all know. What's the opposite of angels? What have y'all been taught? The opposites. Everything is an opposition. It's not the teacher with the students. It's the teacher against the students. You're just one 6-foot person, 5 foot whatever. 5 feet, no toes. You want somebody to look at you and watch you write on the board. Did you have not enough time in class when you were 7, 12? What's your wish fulfilled? It chafed my hide to hear them teachers tell those other students, you want what I got. I already got what you trying to get. What? Be more specific. Please specify. Hold on, I got me down. I forgot I was God lay me down. I forgot I was videoing. He maketh me. They make me to lie down in green pastures. If I were to lay down in that right now, I would lay down in that right now. Breaking a curse that you would itch. Well, again, be wise. Put a blanket down if you want. But I need to get grounded. I'm down with the brown. Can someone respond to me? And I cannot guarantee that I will look at my messages, because I don't like looking at my messages. Okay, I don't like bills in my thing, in my magic box. Okay, I want somebody to pay for my bills. I want them to find my words worthy to donate to $goaskval. I want the honor system when I give stuff away. I want to give away business ideas that I know will launch, brands, taglines, a whole new dictionary. I don't know who Webster was. He was the web, I guess. But I'm going for Jefferson or something. We had Reeves, as Jeeves. I think that was probably a interesting version of myself. But ask me. My undoing has been trying to keep the integrity of guilty people. That has been my sin. Trying to cover somebody else. Trying to go in backwards and cover the nakedness of my father. And I'm not talking about my physical father, because I was willing to tell on him. But I understand now why his pain was so painful. When you pain on top of pain. That's called agony. Again, we watch stuff talking about the agony of defeat, and we watch somebody with Chris going over the Olympics and stuff. That for an impressionable child, for a SpongeBob as myself, I had to grow a crab. I had to hide under a rock. I had to create a sense of armor. I had to arm myself. I had to warn myself. And if I don't say enough, they might think this, they might think that. And then I remember telling somebody, ain't none of your business what people think. I remember telling somebody that. What people think ain't none of your business. Well, at some point it became my business. And boy, did it ever. I know the thoughts that I have towards you, said the Lord. Thoughts of good and not evil, to give you an expected end, a baby. I warred with that thing for years. Do I want to be a kind of Sarah? Do I want him to dry me up like a raisin just to plump me back up again? Do I want that? Is it about money? Is it about pride? Is it about sexuality? What is it about? Being the first one? Being the one to talk about it? The journalist, you heard it here first. I want to do it first. I want to be it first. I wanted to un-it myself. I wanted to untag myself. Take the labels off. Black woman. I had heard it enough that I sounded like a white woman growing up. 14, 15 years old. I had to become mature. I had to maturate fast and early. We in a microwave, dispensation. Give it to me quick. Give it to me in 3 easy steps. Show me a picture. Tell me how much to pay. All the things I was not. All the things I had tied up and said, what else is in this picture? What's behind the story? What's behind the eyes? What's behind the ears? What's behind the clouds? What's beyond the sky? What's beyond this guy? What's beyond this guise? What's beyond the mask, the skin? 7 layers? What are they about? Why? Who made them? Is there a better way? Is that the most perfect way? Will it evolve? How did it evolve? What did it evolve from, and why? And these were not just questions. It was not rhetorical to me. I'm reminded of the movie with Jodie Foster, Pay It Forward, with the little boy looking like Macaulay Culkin. Whatever. His doppelganger. His other twin, his other brother. By another mother. If that. You can't tell my child that I give him the idea to change the world. He'll believe it. He'll do it. He's that autistic. He's that auspicious. He's that awesome. You standing before him as a man that's more than a house of cards. He's in a classroom where he's been told to do something this summer that gave him thought and passion, put a spark in his life, a spring in his step, something to distract. It was double blessing, multi-dimensional, something to distract him for the big bully ass, fat, nasty, ain't got a daddy, who didn't have a mama, or trying to suck her titty too much, whatever the case may have been, that they had to pick on little Timmy here, little timid, little David, the adversary. He had something to do that would get his attention off of his pain, off of his window pane, put his head in a situation and pay it forward, got him killed. So, in case anybody wanted to know why I didn't want to be the first one walking around talking about I'm a witch, a soothsayer, a warlock, a god, a goddess, anything other than Val, anything other than me. And that's all you really have to be. But I went ahead and dabbled. I went ahead and dipped. I went to the pool. I looked at the menu. I knew I couldn't eat it. I knew there was a high price to pay. I was teased beyond. Teased is not a word. I was afraid. I was frazzled. I was dazzled. I was, just, it cuts like a knife, he said. Mama said, cut it out. Dry up. Stop melling me. We forgot that we had a massa, a massage, a message age, a messianic age of Mother Nurture. Mother Naturial. Is it nature or nurture? Why does it have to be? Why do you have to split the atom? Why do you have to split the why? Why? The double V. It says it all right there in the last couple of letters of the alphabet. X, Y, Z. After your X, you wonder why you can't get no rest. Or that you can get the best for the best of your life, for the rest of your life. I miss my waterbed. Okay, that's what I want. I want for Christmas in July. I want a waterbed. Anybody still selling waterbeds? I want a waterbed. I want to roll. I want to rock on the ocean. I want a waterbed with mirrors at the top, a vanity. I want a room full of mirrors. Not, I don't know. Yeah, room full of mirrors. This young lady, if he chooses that pronoun to be called a young lady, the medium helped him to resolve his issues with his father, who was a diehard male caterer. And he, again, the medium was on point, and he thought he was the baddest Mufasa, basically, or Mufasette. I like that. Mufasa. Move, fossil. Move, dinosaur age preaching. There's a rainbow coalition in town. If the church had been anything else, we wouldn't have gay people. Period. We are the salt of the earth. We're the city that sits on a hill that cannot be hid or healed if you keep acting. I am healed. I am whole. I am all that. All that with this, I'm gonna get it. With, no, that ain't what I want. Which with is in me. Y'all get it. Figure it out. Positively Divine by Antoinette. Y'all call her up, look her up, see if she's on the web. Positively by Design. See if you can spell it phonetically. So I pause for a moment to acknowledge all that God has given me and all that I've been gracious to acquire in this lifetime and the many more before and thereby after. Where's the beef? That was windy. I gotta go. It's 30 minutes into this beautiful green grass. Green grass grew all around, round. Green grass grew all around. This is my fairy prairie documentary. Yeah, okay. Sound like fireworks. I love black people. What can I say? I'm a nigger lover. I'm a knicker lover. Knickerbocker. Y'all had me liking white people. Y'all did it. Oh, that's all I ever saw on TV. White people, white people, white people. I ain't talking about Caucasians. I'm talking white people. I'm talking about white people. People I could relate to better than I could my own brothers and sisters. Because we were violent. We had no other enemies but ourselves. We had no other antagonists. We had no other opposition other than our father, making sure he didn't catch us doing foolishness, and them pulling me into some kind of audience. You know, Val, look at me. Ooh, watch me. And me in a place of, I don't want to see y'all die. Especially, I don't have a phone, a camera, or anything to take pictures and monetize this. You know, again, I have to tell it by story. I have to tell it by remembrance. And God knows I'll use creative license. But I didn't have to add much to this story. This is a 7 ingredient or less organic homegrown story. This is my story. Beyond my glory. I wouldn't have put myself through this had I not known the glory. Hallelujah. Pie. You talk about that pie in the sky. Oh, I got it. It's a blue meringue today. A blueberry meringue with a whip topping made from goat's milk. Fresh from the farm. The goat has eaten poison ivy. That's candy to them. It's the devil's it's the devil's work in my world. I have swollen up like the I'm gonna get it, hold on, like the elephant man. All on my back. You swear I've been whipped. And I have, but not like that. But probably, yeah. And yet, y'all will see me. She's back. I think that's what I'll name this one. She's back. And I'll show you. I'll take a snapshot of today. You know, today, June, I think 30th. Something like that. 2021. I'm finally on y'all's page. Paige, right away. I'm put the I in it. I'm a page turner, okay? Lick my face and kiss my ass. Kiss the ring. All right, I'm gone. It has become. This is not a children's show. This is not a freak show for the children. This is not a freak show for the children. This is for the sons of God. If you're not a son of God, if you're not the seed of Abraham, if he ain't called you out of the cave and the mountain, I'm not talking about you. If you don't like the sound of my voice, get off my channel. You ain't got no business being here. The blood ain't gonna be on my hands for not making this out of a cruel joke. That's what that's what Jesus, thank you for that. Thank you for that hyphenated word, a cruel joke. Michael prophesied about the smooth criminal. Y'all just angry people with a uniform on. Just as she laughs. I have to keep from dressing up at night and going out doing mercenary work. I have to smile and laugh through the pain. The mothers crying in the street over their blood. All Genesis, all back again. Chapter 3, chapter 2. The moment that you separate me from you, them from they. You know who's in the middle of all of them? He, him, men. Ladies, let's take our body back. Let's take our menstruals back. The moon is, I am the moon, okay? I'm the moon. Everybody jumped over me. Oh. I'm the last child. Leapfrog. Y'all understand how it works. First, last, first. 8 is 1. 1 is 8. 1 is 0. I am nothing. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all better preach. Look at that. Look at the teddy bears from the sky. From this guy. When do we think it's going to be okay to use the female gender for females first? But for the fairies, for the LBGQT596824/7, for the happy people, for the rainbow sign, for the rainbow signal, the rainbow signature. Who can do that? I ain't talking about them crisscross applesauces that y'all be doing up there in the sky. I'm gonna talk about it. I have to talk about it. It's on my mind. It's on my heart. I don't know what you're doing. It don't look right. It looks like somebody got a bigger pencil than me. Somebody's trying to take my penmanship medal. Okay, I'm gone. I am so gone. Love you. Hey, love you all. I'm gone. Maybe Denzel should talk to me about that movie that you did as airplot. That I'm getting airplot. Airline pilot. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that. I love you all. I gotta go. Bye.